What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of My Ultimate Team. This is episode number 59. Now, we start today's episode off by seeing that we are going to be starting a new season in the online seasons. We're in Division 2, of course. We in our last attempt at Division 2, we didn't get relegated, we didn't get promoted either, so of course we stay in Division 2, and we're also going to be using our Inform Moreno squad in today's episode. Now, we've been using the Bronze K-League squad for a while, for a couple of episodes at least, but we're going to revert to our Inform Moreno squad for this time out because the Bronze K-League side is tiring. But our first game in the new season was against this 4-3-3 BPL side. Hart, Evra, David Luiz, Vertonghen, Johnson, Cabaye, Fellaini, Wilshere, and a front three of Williams, Sturridge, and Valencia. So very nice 82 rated 100 chemistry side there. Very good BPL 4-3-3. And the first chance would indeed come to my opponent in the 21st minute. Daniel Sturridge rolled the ball forward and Willian went through one-on-one, and unfortunately he also scored as well. I put check out there, tried to put him under pressure, but unfortunately it was a good finish by Willian. It was 1-0 to my opponent. But to be honest, the game was really poor. Nothing really happened, and my best chance of getting an equaliser didn't fall until the 87th minute when Sanya played the ball forward to Elia. He plays it to Johan Cabaye. Cabaye plays it back to Elia, who sprints through the gap of David Luiz, and I think it was Evra, but unfortunately the shot was well saved and it was cleared by the French left back, and the game would finish at 1-0. It was a very poor game. I have to say, if there was one game that deserved to finish 0-0 in this entire series, it was this one. It was really poor, but unfortunately we couldn't keep a clean sheet. We didn't score either, so my opponent wins the game by 1-0, and as you see by the stats, it was unbelievably poor. Nothing really happened. So because of that, the game finished 1-0, and our first game in the Division 2 ends as a loss, which is not nice at all, is it? But our following game would be against this 3-5-2 Serie A side, and it was a very decent side as well. 3-5-2 was a formation I always struggled against on FIFA 13, but on FIFA 14 it's quite easy to break down, but still a good side regardless. Buffon, Barzagli, Chiellini, Benatia, Marquisio, PLO, El Shaarawy, Vidal playing CAM, Candreva at right mid, and a strike partnership of Balotelli and everyone's favourite Ibarbo. So a very decent 3-5-2 side, but I always used to struggle against it on FIFA 13. Never used to be able to break it down, but on FIFA 14 I found it quite easy to exploit, and the first chance would come in the 15th minute. Some nice play down the left hand side, and the header came in with Renteria, but unfortunately it hit the bar and Buffon had a simple save. So still 0-0, but it was us with the first chance, and the second chance would also come to us in the 32nd minute. Benath with a nice little Berber spin, then a roulette, definitely wins a free kick, and that is what the referee gives. So free kick to us here, and Johan Cabaye stands over it. It's a good chance. I've only scored one free kick goal in this series, but this is going to be the second one. Cabaye takes it, he curls it, and it goes into the back of the net. So Cabaye scores, nice free kick there. It is my second one of the series, and yeah, it's a very decent one by Cabaye. I have to say though, I think Buffon probably should have saved it because it curled really nicely. There was a lot of swerve on it. Cabaye's got some very good free kick stats, but I watched it back, and Buffon, this is the replay that shows it, Buffon gets two good gloves on it. He's at full stretch. He probably should have pushed it wide of the post, to be honest, and I think that my opponent would have been quite annoyed that his goalkeeper didn't save it, especially one of Buffon's capabilities, but it did go into the back of the net. That's the main thing, and yeah, as I said, it probably should have been saved, but I'm still going to claim it was a good free kick, and it's 1-0 to us. And in the 45th minute here, another good chance for us. Renteria goes clear, but unfortunately his shot hits the post and it's cleared away. So we hit the woodwork twice in the first half, but we were still 1-0 up. In the 47th minute, another good chance for us though. Elia gets on the ball here, plays a 1-2 with Moreno. Cruz then gets onto it. Cruz strikes him just outside the area, but it just goes wide. So my opponent wasn't playing very well. I had the lion's share of possession and the chance as well, but I just couldn't seem to find that second goal. But in the 54th minute, Renteria gets on the ball, lets it run through his legs and finds Inform Moreno. Moreno spots the run of Elia down the left hand side. He picks him out. He's got a lot of space. Elia down the left hand side, triple step over, then cuts onto his right foot. Nice little roulette. Nice sort of, I'm not sure what that skill's called, but a nice piece of skill anyway, and a good finish into the back of the net. So Elia makes it 2-0. And again, the goal was kind of funny really, because when he went back with his defender to try and stop it on the line, he pushed Buffon out of the way, so it gave Elia a free shot on target. So I'm not really sure how he defended so badly there, but he did, and it was 2-0. And in the 89th minute we had a great chance to seal the game. Renteria goes through one-on-one, nice little ball roll into a reverse step over, rides the challenge of Buffon, but unfortunately he misses an open goal. It hits the post. Ben Arthur then fake shots before putting the ball wide. So God only knows how I missed the open goal there. I thought I did everything right with Renteria, but somehow I could only hit the post. So that was a really embarrassing miss by me, but the game did finish 2-0, and I was glad to get the win, and both goals were quite nice. Again, both goals could have been stopped if he defended better, or if his goalkeeper was a little bit better, but to be honest, I'm still pretty pleased we got the win and got our first win in the division. And as I said, we played better, and my opponent didn't really threaten too much, and we deserved the win, especially after we hit the woodwork 3 times in that game. But anyway, our following game was going to be against this team here. It was another 4-3-3, 4-3-2-1 actually. Very decent side. De Gea, Clichy, Company, Cabal, Jose Enrique playing right back, interesting enough, Cabaye, Matic, Cazorla, and a front three of Jovetic, Hernandez, and Aguero. So Jovetic and Hernandez, both striker cards, playing in the left and right forward, and also Jose Enrique, left back, playing right back, was quite interesting, but still a very decent 4-3-2-1 BPL side, no doubt about it. First chance of coming to 36th minute, we crossed the ball in from a corner, but Boateng's header was well saved by David De Gea, so still 0-0 as things stood. But we had another corner in the 41st minute, we crossed the ball in towards Boateng, and it's another great save by De Gea, but unfortunately for my opponent this time, as the ball gets cleared away, only for another corner. We kept the pressure on with so many corners in the first half. We'd end up crossing the ball in here with Elliot. It's crossed in, and this time Renteria gets to the header and makes it 1-0. So our pressure pays off in the 42nd minute. We were really playing well in the first half. We deserved a goal, and eventually we got one. It was Renteria that scored it. So 1-0 to us, and the following chance would fall in the 54th minute here. We give the ball to Ben Arfa. Ben Arfa finds the goal scorer Renteria, who fakes shots around his man, keeps on going, finds in for Moreno, picks him out, plays a 1-2 with him. Renteria with the scissor kick, half volley, chip. Unfortunately, it just goes over the bar. So that would have been a lovely goal by Renteria, but I couldn't keep it down, and it's still 1-0. But in the 68th minute, another good chance for us here. We have a free kick with Cahill, which we give to Tony Cruz. Cruz gets onto the ball for us here, and we fake shot around the defender, strike it from a mile out, but unfortunately De Gea makes a very, very good save to keep the score at 1-0 to us. But from the corner, it's crossed in by Ben Arfa towards the head of Renteria. It's cleared away, and Cruz's bicycle kick goes over the bar. But the game does end up finishing at 1-0 to us, so it's another win for us, back-to-back wins. Very nice indeed, because I haven't been playing very well in the divisions of late, but thankfully I think that break, you know, that's what I needed, a break. We need a break, and we built a new side. We started playing online single matches with the Bronze K-League side, and now we come back and we start to play a little bit better. That's what we need, you know, we need a break from the divisions, but we've came back into it now. We've got 2 wins out of 3 games, which is quite nice, and we are now just 2 wins off safety, so that's good news for us. But following that, we play our last game of the episode with the Infor Moreno side, and eventually come against this 4-1-2-1-2 side here. Very, very decent with the Wolves classic kit and badge. It's a very decent 4-1-2-1-2 side. Another BPL squad. Czech, Cole, Company, David Luiz, Dani Alves, funny enough, playing right back. Yaya Torres holding mid. Willian on the left. Jesus Navas on the right. Sturridge is the CAM. Van Persie is a striker alongside Neymar. So 2 Barcelona and Brazilian players in that squad, which is quite interesting. But for the most part, it was a BPL side. But still a very decent side regardless. First chance will come in the 18th minute here. We were doing some skill, but we end up getting tackled and won a corner. And from that corner, it is crossed into the box by Elia. Elia swings the cross in, looking for the head of Gary Cahill, and he finds him, but his head hits the bar, and we couldn't force the ball over the line. So still 0-0. Had another corner here. Ben Arfa crosses the ball in towards the head of Cahill. This time it's cleared away, only as far as Cahill, who flicks the ball up and then volleys it into the back of the net. So really good finish by Gary Cahill there, and it is 1-0 to us in the 34th minute. In the 45th minute, another great chance for Cabaye to score his second free kick goal of the episode, but unfortunately Czech makes a very good save. So Czech does what Buffon can't, and that is stop the Cabaye free kick. And from the corner, it's Ben Arfa who crosses the ball in again towards the head of Gary Cahill, and Cahill puts the ball just wide. So we were threatening from corners a lot in this episode, but unfortunately it was still 1-0. However, from the goal kick, Czech clears the ball up towards Van Persie. It's Boateng who wins the header, and it falls to Tony Cruz. Cruz gives it to Elia, step over to a heel-to-heel flick, down the left-hand side, beats his man, keeps on going, crosses the ball in, it misses Renteria in the centre, but it falls to Ben Arfa, and unfortunately his shot is well saved by Czech. So the game was still 1-0, but once again we were threatening so much. I was surprised that we'd only scored 1 goal, but unfortunately we didn't really make the pressure count other than scoring 1 goal, which made my opponent, gave my opponent some chances, and he did get back into the game in the 60th minute. Neymar gets played forward, and it's a really good finish by the Brazilian Barcelona player. So it's 1-1 here, and unfortunately my opponent is back on level terms. So that was quite frustrating really, because I was playing so well and I really should have finished one of my other chances, but I didn't, and because of that my opponent sensed the vulnerability and did score the equalising goal there. So 1-1. However, a few minutes after that, we get the ball on with Infor Moreno. He gives it to Renteria. We're looking for a runner. We find one in Elia. Elia goes down left-hand side. He's got the pace to beat Dani Alves. Keeps on going. Nice little Berber spin. Then a roulette. Then a Ronaldo chop. And unfortunately, the shot is well saved by Czech. So would have been a very nice goal had Elia scored there, but unfortunately it was a good save by Czech, and it's still 1-1. However, from the corner it's crossed in towards the head of Gary Cahill. It's cleared away. Cruz strikes it on the volley and it hits the bar. What a goal that would have been. My opponent fails to get the ball away though. It falls to Renteria, and Renteria has a pretty simple finish. So it's 2-1. We're back in front, but I was so annoyed that Cruz didn't score that goal because it would have been an incredible volley, but still it's 2-1 to us. And in the 75th minute, another great chance. Renteria goes down the right hand side here. He takes on Vincent Kompany. He stops the ball, drags it back, back, crosses the ball in with the right foot. It falls to Inform Moreno. I tried to get him to flick it over his head and then volley it, but unfortunately I pressed circle too quickly and it went straight to Czech, but he gave the ball away with his goalkeeper. It fell to Ben Arthur. Ben Arthur goes down the right hand side, nice little fake Rabona, drags the ball back, then a Blanco hop into a fake shot, keeps on going, then a heel to heel flick, then a Berber spin. Really nice skill by Ben Arthur, but unfortunately Czech denies me what would have been a nice little skill goal there. So still 2-1, but from the corner it's crossed in once again towards the head of Gary Cahill. Once again it falls to Cruz. He fake shots the ball and shoots, but again Czech makes a really good save. So it's 2-1. Czech was determined not to let me score a nice goal, and from the corner it's crossed in, it's headed away. Once again it falls to Cruz on the edge of the area. He strikes on a half volley. It takes a huge deflection. It bounces over Czech and goes into the back of the net. So Cruz scores to make it 3-1. A couple of his shots from outside the area would have been nice goals, but this one wasn't really a nice goal because it took a huge deflection and bounced over Czech, but to be honest it's a goal and that's all I care about. So 3-1 would be the final score. We did make it 3 wins out of 4 from this start of the division, and I was very pleased with that considering the fact we hadn't played well in the previous division. But as always guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please leave a like because that's much appreciated and it really does help my channel out, and it only takes a second to click that like button, and I'll see you for the next episode of My Ultimate Team very soon.